And you don't need an oven anymore to make a delicious flan. This is truly the latest trend right now, made right on the stovetop. All you really need is a simple mug like this and a pan. Just look at this amazing creation, my goodness. Let's get to the detailed recipe. Come on, making this particular recipe is really quite simple, okay? Obviously, you'll need a mug of fresh milk. And here in the mug, I carefully melted, let me turn the heat down a bit, half a cup of refined granulated sugar. We're starting to make the rich caramel. It's already nicely dissolved. Now I slowly add a spoonful of water. Let's film this crucial part. This is really cool. I added a spoonful of water here and gently mix it in, okay? It will steam up quite a bit, so please be very careful at this point. I mixed it thoroughly and well. This is the important part to get a truly smooth and perfect caramel. Then I add another spoonful of water. I mix it again. Look at all that steam. Be careful, it's hot. And here we're going to let our caramel get not only super smooth but also really thin. So later it can coat the whole flan perfectly, okay? I did one more, the last one, another big spoonful here. There we go. I'm going to add one more, just a little extra, okay? A little extra caramel syrup. I mixed it in. Here we show the whole process because it's really important. In fact, this caramel part is the heart of the flan, right? So you really need to learn how to do this part no matter what. Look how smooth the caramel is already, see? Can you see it, Jose? Okay, but if we pour the batter in here, it'll all mix together, it'll all get combined, it'll turn into a big mess, got it? I'm not going to pour in the batter because the caramel needs to cool down, it needs to set a bit. Put it in the freezer, put a cloth underneath, no problem, or in the fridge until it hardens. Hold on, I'm about to make the batter. Come on, I'm going to put you in. Shall we get to the batter? Here, everything is really live and we show that all the recipes work out, okay? It's amazing. I move my stove out of the way, just leave it in the corner. You're going to need, look, a big bowl, okay? This is important. Into this bowl I add 4 eggs. Look at the size of the egg. Shy chicken, okay? If the eggs are large, you can use just 3. And that's fine, it'll work out great too. 4 eggs or 3 large ones. I also have here the famous sweetened condensed milk, right? I add a box of sweetened condensed milk here, see? Scrape it all out because the kids haven't had lunch yet and they're only getting dessert after lunch. I tell my daughters that, you know? Otherwise, there won't be any condensed milk left at home, you know? Is it like that at your house too? I want to know, okay? Vanilla extract. Go ahead, Gil. I started talking like this, see? For those who can't have condensed milk, lots of soup. We made another pudding the other day, banana pudding. And it went viral. It was a hit, okay? It turned out really good. People can look it up too if they want. Check it out on Food Maker's social media. Banana pudding. Banana pudding. I added, look, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. It's optional, but it really adds a special touch, okay? Very important. It's important to add a bit of vanilla. It makes it a hit. What's missing here? My milk, whole milk. 1.5 cups. I'm already telling you the amount because people always message me asking for the ingredients. So I'll say them as I go to make it easier for everyone, okay? 1 cup, and now I'll add half a cup. Just a reminder, pull this over for me, Huzon. Our caramel is hardening over there, okay? That's very important. All right, next. Half a cup now. A total of 1.5 cups of whole milk. All right? Pretty simple so far? Super easy, Edu. Easy, right? And did you see that opening scene? Looks delicious, doesn't it? The flan is just amazing. The flan is just amazing. Here, guys, it's easy, okay? It doesn't get any easier than this, look. There's nothing to it, just mix everything together. The condensed milk is creamier, so it'll start to blend in and give some body to our custard here. Then you might ask me, Eduardo, don't you strain the eggs and all that? That's optional. You can strain it, or at this point, just beat it really well here, and I guarantee it won't taste like eggs, okay? But you have to beat it really well. If you want to strain it, that's totally fine too. It's up to you. Here, you'll just mix this for about 30 seconds, just to get a really nice batter. Meanwhile, our caramel over there. Any questions so far? Any questions over there, Gil? How's it going in this live? No, guys. They're loving the recipe, huh, dude? Yeah, it's awesome. This is the full recipe, right? And like this, a big pudding in the pan, in a milk mug, in a milk pot, no oven needed. However, it's important for me to tell you that if you want to make it the traditional way, with that pan with the hole in the middle, in the oven and all, there's no problem, okay? The recipe is the same and you can make it however you like. I mixed it. Look how it turned out, Gil. Nice and yellow. No bits of egg, no chunks at all. Really smooth. I'm going to check on the caramel. Hold on. Just a second. Look, the caramel, take a look. It still hasn't set the way I want it to, okay? I'm going to spread it here. Look, along the sides. This part is really important, spreading it along the sides here, see? Look, Dom, I might be biased, but I always like it when the caramel mixes in with everything a little bit. Do you like that, Gil? I do. I wonder if people at home like it too. It's optional. Here, you need to let it set a little. Let it cool down a bit. You don't need to spread it all the way to the bottom here, see? Of the mug. Just a little bit on the sides. So it drips down nicely. Okay. Should we put it in here? Do you think it's cooled enough? Look, it's not that hot anymore. I don't think it's gonna cook. It's not going to cook. Shall we do it here? Let's do it. But at your house, since this is alive, we have to do it quickly so you don't have to wait, okay? But at home, there's no problem at all. You can just leave it in the fridge for about 15 minutes and the caramel will get firmer, okay? Big apple, let's bring it over here. Easy. Look, stir it a little more. Hold on. Let's go, Big Apple, over here, okay? Just a reminder, my caramel still isn't exactly the way I wanted it. But it turned out, and it looks good. Did you put everything in? Next part, Gil. This is the easiest part, okay? Stove, again. You're going to get a pot that your mug fits inside. That's very important, okay? This mug, cover it with aluminum foil. Now it goes into the bain-marie process. The bain-marie has that function of making your flan creamier, you know? Delicious, with that really creamy texture that I love. Look, I'm covering it here. And that's why we're going to use the bain-marie too, okay? I put it in, covered it here, sealed it well. No water can get in. If water gets in, it's ruined, okay? So seal it well. This goes inside the pot. Be very careful. Let me center this here. The pot lid goes over here. Now we add water here, look. You're going to say, Eduardo, I'll answer your question in advance, okay? But what about the mug handle? Doesn't it melt? It doesn't melt? I guarantee you, and I'll prove to you that it doesn't melt. All right? Look, Gil, I turned it up. Maximum heat. Once the water you put in here with the pot covered starts boiling, turn it to low and leave it for 45 minutes. That's it. Want to do it in the oven? No problem at all. In the oven, you'll leave it for about 1 hour and 10 minutes, also in a water bath. I'm going to set this one aside because now we're going to taste this beauty. And we go back to this beauty here, which you already saw at the beginning of this video, which is now the best part, the part where you cut it and see how it turned out. Let's go, Huso? Let's go. Man, that's beautiful, right? Does it have those little holes in the middle? I think so. Come on, big guy. I'm going to grab it, big guy, from this side. Oh, wow, what a beautiful thing, right? Great for a photo, doesn't it? Ready? Let's go. Whoa, this thing is wobbling. It's wobbling more than... Look at this, guys. Oh my God. I stopped here so you can take a screenshot, okay? Show it to your mom and dad. Come on, this way. And if perfection truly exists, it's absolutely called flan. And the rich, sweet syrup on this incredible flan. Let me carefully grab a little spoon. Let's pour a nice generous bit of that delicious syrup always with a little bit of extra syrup here. Look, just a small amount is perfectly good. Pour it gently on top here. Oh Lord, hold on for a moment. I'm going to take it from this particular one. You know, that perfect shot that's worth millions, right? The truly $1 million shot. Oh wow, let's go for a big spoonful because I'm already going crazy here. Look at this, look here. Film inside, guys, it's perfect. Enough with the oven to make flan, let's go straight to the spoon. I'm going to set this up. This has to be the scene of the year, okay? It's going to be on Globo's year-end retrospective. Look, come here. My goodness, call the police, this is a crime. So much sweating just to make a little flan, you know? Makes delicious stuff, look. Let's go. Super quick. My people, are you crazy? What is this? Look at that texture. Absolutely no eggy taste, okay? You guys were wondering about that too. Delicious, creamy. And this here, look, is super quick for that weekend dessert. It's a sure thing, okay? Kisses. Share this video because the more you share, the more Facebook, Instagram, all the social networks will understand that you want to see more of our videos, okay? So share, comment here if you have any questions, all right? Kisses. Now let the subway go by. Bye, I'm out.